So welcome everybody once again at this Brewing the American Dream webinar. It's presented today in partnership with Accione Opportunity Fund and Samuel Adams. My name is Meredith Medlin-Dooley, and I'm the Senior Director of Business Education here at Accione Opportunity Fund, or AOF. So to get us started, I'm just very quickly going to introduce the experts who are joining me today who are on screen. Heather Younger is the CEO, Chief Everything Officer, I love that, at Boston-based Top Shelf Cookies, which is a local cookie bakery founded in 2014 on the love of all things Boston. All right, enough for me. Let's get started with our conversation about farmers markets. So Heather, I'd love to hear from you about how you decided that selling in a farmer's market would be a good fit for your business.
I would say, first and foremost, I started my business out of a shared kitchen. So I didn't have a storefront. I had no way for people to find me. So I kind of had to go to the people. Like, we actually used to joke, like, people would call us like cookie carnies. So wherever we could pop up a tent, that's where you would find us. But also, Boston's a big city, but it's a city of neighborhoods. So for us, like, getting to know the different neighborhoods in our city, which are very different, was important to me because it would help me say, okay, this cookie slays in Dorchester, but not so much in Jamaica Plain, And so for us to get to know the people in the neighborhood who were aligned with our values as a company, which we are very Boston-based, we're very neighborhood-based, was huge for us. From a business perspective, you can't get better paid market research, right? So there's nobody in between you and the buyer. It's you and the buyer and your product. And you'll know if you say, hey, I got this hot sauce cookie today, and they're like, no, thank you, right? Or if you say, hey, I've got this carrot cake cookie today, and they're like, oh, I'd like to try that. So you get a sense of how people will react to your product. And you can decide, like, hey, is this a good thing or a bad thing? And do I want to move forward with it? And it's going to hit differently in different neighborhoods. Just even in our city, like, there's certain things that we don't bring to certain neighborhoods because we're like, nope, not going to sell there. And so that for me, and I like the fact that we've gotten to be such a part of the community in Boston. We're getting ready to do our biggest event we've ever done this week. And I think I've got 3 other vendors that are like my farmers market buddies that are either advising me or helping drive stuff into my load-in, because I'm not really built for this. I don't do giant caterings and things like that, but they were happy to say, I have a freezer, I can loan you. And, we don't do it for what people give us. But, I was reminded last night when I was apologizing to this person for taking so much of their time, they said, he goes, you give a lot to us. We're happy to help you, And I think being an entrepreneur is a really lonely job. And so if your company is small, you can build your own coworkers, right? Q's Nuts in Somerville, they're probably our best friends. So we travel around with them all the time. And he's like, I got a freezer for you. I'll come down, I'll bring it in a van. But that's what we have all the time. So that community is helpful when you're having a rough day, because that person's going to help you out or make you smile or whatever. And it can make this grind of doing this work really, really great. And again, it's a great way to get to know the people in your neighborhood.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I love that. Thanks so much for sharing, Heather. We have to wrap up this conversation, but the learning really doesn't have to stop ever. You can get in touch with us and we can help you out. So Angela, Heather, Sherry, Uli, I really appreciate your time. I want to thank you so much for helping us learn about so many different facets of farmers markets and why they're so critical to our communities and how we can all really contribute to their success. Thank you so much for sharing your insights. And again, thanks everybody for joining with us today. I hope you found this information helpful and you feel more prepared to really have a strong impact at your farmers markets this season. So thanks again, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.